Cash Mine.
Descendants of the 12 Tribes in Sports Ritual. Aviation ritual themes in the 140th FA Cup Final. 160, 44, 14. One of the most greatly disputed anthropological topics is the diaspora of the 12 tribes of Israel, and which modern-day community and individual is a direct descendant of the 12 tribes. On May 15th, 2021, a day after Israel Independence Day, there is a major sporting event, not acknowledged in the United States, that will take place where this topic will be an occulted theme, which can be recognized with the help of gematria. That event is the oldest football/soccer tournament in the world. The English FA Cup Final, played at what is literally a sacred site, Wembley Stadium, on a ley line vortex, hence the name Wembley. The FA Cup is sponsored by Emirates Airlines, which is part of another occulted theme, aviation. The two teams contesting the final are Chelsea and Leicester City. In 1996, Chelsea saw the death in a helicopter crash of its vice chairman, Matthew Harding, and then 11 years later saw the death in another helicopter crash of another vice chairman, Philip Carter. And then this year, 2021, a close friend of Chelsea owner, Roman Abramovich, Peter Kellner, who was interested in buying Chelsea Football Club from him, died in a helicopter crash in Alaska. That is 3 helicopter crashes linked to Chelsea Football Club. Harding died at the age of 42 in a helicopter accident in October 1996 while flying back from a Chelsea match at Bolton Wanderers, along with the pilot and 3 passengers, including journalist John Boldy. The crash of the Eurocopter AS-355 Readout 2 aircraft took place at night and in poor weather near Middlewich, Cheshire. An investigation by the Air Accidents Investigation Branch found that the pilot did not have the experience or qualifications necessary to safely pilot by instruments in such conditions. Millionaire Chelsea fan and his son died in a helicopter crash. Last updated 1536 to May 2007. A millionaire vice president of Chelsea died today in a helicopter crash on his way back from watching the team's Champions League semi-final defeat. Philip Carter was killed when his aircraft crashed in thick fog close to his home in Cambridgeshire. Roman Abramovich. Who is Peter Kellner, the man linked with a bid to take over from Roman Abramovich? Roman Abramovich is considering selling the club according to some reports. A number of names are linked with a takeover bid, which would have to be around 3 billion. The richest man in the Czech Republic, Peter Kellner, is the latest name linked with a takeover bid. Kellner is 54 years old and he is currently the 88th wealthiest man in the world based on the Forbes rich list. Abramovich and Ratcliffe sit in the 140th and 141st spots respectively. Czech billionaire Peter Kellner among 5 killed in helicopter crash in Alaska by Hannah Ziadi, CNN Business, updated 11:39 a.m. Monday, March 29, 2021. Peter Kellner, founder and majority shareholder of PPF group was killed in a helicopter crash on Saturday. London CNN Business. Czech billionaire Petr Kellner was one of 5 people killed when their chopper crashed near a glacier in Alaska during a skiing trip on Saturday. Leicester City had the most famous helicopter crash of the 2 teams when in October of 2018, 2 years after winning the Premier League at 5,000 to 1 odds. Team owner Vachai Juropravaglia died when his helicopter crashed in the stadium parking lot after a Premier League match. On 27 October 2018, an Augusta Westland AW-169 helicopter crashed shortly after takeoff from the King Power Stadium, the home ground of Leicester City Football Club in Leicester, England, United Kingdom. All 5 people on board, the pilot and 4 passengers, including club owner Vachai Srivadhanapravada, were killed. The Air Accidents Investigation Branch attributed the crash to a loss of yaw control owing to a failure of the tail rotor control linkage. Chelsea, Leicester City, and January 26th. The most famous helicopter crash of all is that of Kobe Bryant, which occurred on January 26th. January 26th is the birthday of current Leicester City manager Brendan Rodgers. January 26th is written 26-1. 261 features prominently in the 2021 FA Cup final. Brendan Rodgers. Date of birth 26 January 1973, age 48. Brendan Rodgers is a Northern Irish professional football manager and former player who is the manager of Premier League club Leicester City. Born January 26, 1973. Kobe Bryant died January 26, 2020. Chelsea Football Club, a team associated with 3 helicopter crashes, signed its current manager Thomas Tuchel in 2021 on January 26. On 26 January 2021, Tuchel signed an 18-month contract with the option for an extra year with English Premier League side Chelsea, replacing Frank Lampard. He is the first German to be appointed as head coach of the club. Under the ownership of Roman Abramovich, Chelsea have gained the moniker the Roman Empire, as seen on the banner below at Chelsea game in 2018. The Roman Empire has frightening gematria synchronicity with helicopter crash. The Roman Empire and helicopter crash both equal 160 in English ordinal and 79 in full reduction. Roman Abramovich owns a $300 million Boeing 767 called the Bandit. Abramovich Boeing 767 the Bandit landing at Ben Gurion's airport. The Bandit has double overlap with helicopter crash. The Bandit equals 160 in reverse ordinal and 83 in English ordinal. Helicopter crash equals 160 in English ordinal and 83 in reverse reduction. The 2021 FA Cup final is the 140th edition, sponsored by Emirates Airline Aircraft, thumbs to 140. Aircraft equals 140 in reverse ordinal. The 2021 FA Cup final will be the final match of the 2020-2021 2020 to 21 FA Cup, and the 140th final of the FA Cup. It is scheduled to be played at Wembley Stadium in London, England on 15 May 2021. The match will be tested between Chelsea and Leicester City. The winners will gain a place in the group stage of the 2021-22 UEFA Europe League. The match was reported to be among events where the return of large crowds of spectators after the COVID-19 pandemic in England will be piloted. The final potentially having 20,000 spectators. It will also be used as a pilot event for the use of COVID passports, but these will not be mandated. While it is formal for the FA Cup final to take place close to May 14th, 2021's edition appears to have more of a Israel theme, especially with this being the 114th FA Cup. 140 is 14 in numerology. The Chelsea owner is Roman Abramovich, who has dual Russian Israeli citizenship and is currently the richest person in Israel, according to Forbes magazine. His last Abramovich is an Eastern European take on Abraham. Chelsea have a player named Tammy Abraham. At this point, it is instructive to discuss the least popular aspect of the 12 tribes of Israel, diaspora. Despite its logistical plausibility, namely the African element, specifically some members of the Nigerian ethnic group called Igbo. Many traditional Igbo customs mirror Jewish practices, and controversy rages from all sides as to whether or not the Igbo of Nigeria are descendants of Israelites. The overwhelmingly majority of Igbo today are Christians, but this CNN article is just one example of the different perspectives on the Igbo controversy. Nigeria's Igbo Jews lost tribe of Israel? Chika Odua for CNN, updated 6 o'clock a.m. Monday, February 4th, 2013. 1 of 9. The Igbo Jews. The Igbo are one of Nigeria's largest ethnic groups. Among them is a minority of practicing Jews who believe they are descended from the lost tribes of Israel. The state of Israel does not recognize the Igbo as true Jews, but gematria is interesting. CNN made sure to publish the above article on Igbo Israelites on the 4th of February, a date written 4-2, like 42. In gematria, the phrase true Jew sums to 42 in reverse Pythagorean. True Jew equals 42 in reverse reduction. Igbo equals 24 in full reduction. The name Igbo is said by some to derive from the word Hebrew. Igbo sums to 24 in gematria, like the date February 4th. Further occulted suggestion of the Israelite link is the original flag of Nigeria created by the British colonists in 1914. The flag of Nigeria between 1914 and 1960 was a British blue ensign with a green Star of David surrounding a Tudor crown, later changed to a St. Edward's crown in 1953, with the white word Nigeria under it on a red disc, the original national flag of Nigeria. 14. The number 14 is the key number to the FA Cup final. 2020's FA Cup final featured Arsenal Football Club winning their 14th title lead by the player who wears number 14, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, after the victory of the entire Arsenal Ward shirts with the number 14 on them. Star of this year's FA Cup has been Leicester City number 14, Kelechi Iheanacho. Kelechi Iheanacho is Igbo. Iheanacho is Christian and does not identify as an Israelite, but maybe the powers that be know more about his DNA than he does, or his DNA than he does. It is the 140th FA Cup final. 140 is 14 in numerology. The venue of the final and semifinals were Iheanacho fired Leicester to victory is Wembley Stadium. Wembley sums to 104, which is 14 in numerology. Wembley equals 104 in reverse order. When Kelechi Iheanacho scored on April 26th, it was his 14th goal in 14 games. Before his current hot streak, he went 14 months without a Premier League goal. The FA Cup final is being played the day after Israeli Independence Day of 14th of May. Star of David, the Nigerian flag, was established by Britain in the year 1914. The FA Cup final is on a date with 14 numerology, May 15, 21. 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1 equals 14. The referee for the game, Michael Oliver, started refereeing at age 14. Leicester City are 0 to 4 lifetime in FA Cup finals. With the win, they would go to 1 to 4. Abraham. Chelsea has an English-born player of Nigerian parentage named Tammy Abraham. While he is not Igbo, it is interesting that his family acquired the last name Abraham. The owner of Chelsea is Abramovich, who has in the past hired Israeli manager Avram Grant to manage Chelsea. Tammy Abraham. Avram Grant is an Israeli football manager. Grant has spent the majority of his career coaching and managing in Israel, winning a number of National League and Cup victories with different teams, and also managing the Israeli national team for 4 years. A disputed Igbo term is Abiyama, which refers to a highly venerated deity. Some say Abiyama is derived from Abraham. When you apply the gematria test using the Jewish / Latin cipher, Abiyama sums to 44, the most significant Israeli / Jewish related number. Abiyama equals 44 in Jewish. In gematria, Abraham sums to 44 in the simplest cipher. Gematria confirms the real root of the Igbo term Abiyama. Abraham equals 44 in English order. The Igbo unsuccessfully attempted to succeed from Nigeria and establish an independent state called Biafra. Biafra sums to 44. Biafra equals 44 in reverse reduction. Biafra, officially the Republic of Biafra, was a successionist state in West Africa that existed from May 1967 to January 1970 during the Nigerian Civil War. Its territory consisted of the eastern region of Nigeria. After Biafra's declaration of independence, Nigeria declared war on the nascent state, defeating them in the Nigerian Civil War and reuniting the two states. The indigenous homeland of the Igbo people is called Igbo land, which also sums to 44. Igbo land equals 44 in reverse reduction. Igbo land, also known as southeastern Nigeria, is the indigenous homeland of the Igbo people. It is a cultural and common linguistic region in southern Nigeria. Geographically, it is divided by the lower Nigeria rivers into two sections. An eastern, the larger of the two, and western one, its population is characterized by the diverse Igbo culture and the speakers of equally diverse Igbo languages. The name Tammy Abraham sums to 44 in Gematria's purest cipher, the Pythagorean / full reduction. Tammy Abraham equals 44 in full reduction. Leicester City, star of the FA Cup so far, who is Igbo, is Ihanacho, whose name sums to 44. Ihanacho equals 44 in reverse reduction. FA Cup final sums to 44. FA Cup final equals 44 in full reduction. Following terms also sum to 44 in gematria: Israelite, Israel, Zion, Tel Aviv, Western Wall, Netanyahu. Israelite and Western Wall both equal 44 in full reduction. Israel, Tel Aviv, and Netanyahu all equal 44 in reverse reduction. Zion equals 44 in reverse order. The father of the State of Israel, Theodor Herzl, died at 44 years of age, 44 years before the establishment of the State of Israel. Theodor Herzl. Hebrew name given at his Brit Milah, Bin Mayin Ziev, also known in Hebrew, Hamidin Lit, Visionary of the State, 2 May 1860, 3 July 1904, was an Austro-Hungarian Jewish journalist, playwright, political activist, and writer who was the father of modern political Zionism. Herzl formed the Zionist organization and promoted Jewish immigration to Palestine in an effort to form a Jewish state. Though he died before its establishment, he is known as the father of the State of Israel. Benjamin Netanyahu pulled a 44 seconds of silence stunt at the United Nations in 2015 on October 1st. World: Netanyahu stares down UN in silence for 44 seconds. October 1, 2015, 3:11 p.m. During his speech at the United Nations General Assembly, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stared down the delegates in silence. October 1st is Nigerian Independence Day. Independence Day holiday. Independence Day is an official national holiday in Nigeria, celebrated on the 1st of October. It marks Nigeria's proclamation of independence from British rule on 1 October 1960. Nigeria gained independence from the United Kingdom on October 1, 1960. As the Federation of Nigeria, with Abu Bakar Tafawa Balewa as its prime minister, while retaining the British monarch Elizabeth II as nominal head of the state and Queen of Nigeria. Independent Nigeria's founding government was a coalition of conservative parties, the Northern People's Congress led by Sir Ahmadu Bello, a party dominated by Muslim Northerners and the Igbo, and Christian-dominated National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons, led by Nnamdi Azikiwe, replaced the Governor General in November 1960. The opposition comprised the comparatively liberal Action Group, which was largely dominated by the Yoruba and led by Abafemi Awolowo. At independence, the cultural and political differences were sharp among Nigeria's dominant ethnic groups, the Hausa Fulani in the north, Igbo in the east, and Yoruba in the west. An imbalance was created in the polarity by the result of the 1961 plebiscite. Southern Cameroons, renamed by separatists as Ambazonia, opted to join the Republic of Cameroon, while Northern Cameroons chose to join Nigeria. The northern part of the country became larger than the southern part. In 1963, the nation established a federal republic with Azikiwe as its first president. When elections were held in 1965, the Nigerian National Democratic Party came to power in Nigeria's western region. The 2021 FA Cup Final is the 140th FA Cup Final. Israel's Independence Day, May 14th, is exactly 140 days before Nigeria's independence, October 1st. In Gematria, Abraham and Israelite both sum to 145. The date 14-5 is 14th May, Israel Independence Day. Abraham and Israelite both sum to 145 in reverse order. 73. Israel will have its 73rd anniversary the day before the FA Cup Final. Both the Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel and the Leicester manager Brendan Rodgers were both born in 73. Thomas Tuchel, August 29, 1973. Brendan Rodgers, January 26, 1970. The father of Israel and Zionism, Theodor Herzl, died on the date 7-3, July 3rd. Theodor Herzl, date of death, July 3rd, 1904. Theodor Herzl equals 73 in full reduction. Tammy Abraham also sums to 70. Tammy Abraham equals 73 in full reverse reduction. Wembley Stadium normally has a 9,000 fan attendance for FA Cup finals. Because of COVID authoritism, only 21,000 fans will be allowed. The 21st prime number is 73. Leicester City colors left and Chelsea's colors. It is also noteworthy that the two teams have the same colors as Israel, blue and white. Notice that Leicester's main sponsor is King Power, which sums to 44. King Power equals 44 in reverse reduction. The aviation theme. With an astounding 4 helicopter crashes being associated with 2 finalists, and both clubs being tied to January 26th, the date of the most famous helicopter crash in history, that of Kobe Bryant, Leicester's manager being born January 26th, and Chelsea's current manager being hired January 26th, aviation and aviation disaster is a major theme to the event, which is sponsored by Emirates Airlines. Emirates sums to 126 in Gematria, like the date, January 26th. Emirates equals 126 in reverse ordinal. Remember that this is the 140th FA Cup Final and aircraft sums to 140. Pandemonium, FA Cup semi-final to have fans as part of pilot to trial crowds return, but other fixture will remain behind closed doors. Martin Lipton, March 29, 2021, 13:55. Updated March 29, 2021, 15:16. Authorities agreed to ease the COVID lockout and allow a small number of fans to attend the semifinals in what is referred to as a pilot program, a test to gauge the feasibility of allowing fans into the stadium. 160. 160 emerges as a central number in the aviation theme, but points to a greater underlying power. Pilot program sums to 160. Pilot program equals 160 in English order. Helicopter crash sums to 160. Helicopter crash equals 160 in English ordinal. The name of Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich's private jumbo jet, the Bandit, sums to 160. The Bandit equals 160 in reverse order. Chelsea's nickname under Roman Abramovich is the Roman Empire, which sums to 160. Roman Empire equals 160 in English order. If you spell out 160, it has double overlap with Roman Empire, solidifying it as a key code number for the Roman Empire. 160 and the Roman Empire both equal 74 in reverse reduction and 79 in full reduction. Also, the phrase 12 tribes sums to 160. 12 tribes equals 160 in English order. March 10th in aviation infamy. The greatest of all aviation disasters is September 11th and the World Trade Center. The arch villain for that is officially presented as Osama bin Laden, whose birthday is reported to be March 10th. Osama bin Laden, date of birth, March 10, 1957. A recent air disaster happened on March 10th with the Ethiopian Airlines crash in 2019. Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 was scheduled international passenger flight from Addis Ababa Bole International Airport in Ethiopia to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi, Kenya. On 10 March 2019, the Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft, which operated the flight, crashed near the town of Bishoftu 6 minutes after takeoff, killing all 157 people aboard. Cause of the accident is under investigation. Chelsea Football Club was founded on March 10th. Chelsea FC founded March 10, 1905. March 10th is the 69th day of the year in a non-leap year. The phrase aviation infamy and aviation disaster each sum to 69 in gematria. Both aviation disaster and aviation infamy both equal 69 in full reduction. Leicester City were most recently in an FA Cup final in the year 69. If Chelsea were to win, they would improve their record in FA Cup finals to 9-6. Mercury, the god/planet of transportation. Mercury is encoded in transportation-related ritual. The planet Mercury rules the realm of transportation. The planet Mercury rules the zodiac sign of Gemini and Virgo. Gemini, JFK, died in a form of transportation, limousine, and his Virgo Vice President LBJ was sworn in as president in mid-air on Air Force One. 9/11 attacks occurred in Virgo and featured the Twin Towers, Gemini symbol, and airplanes, forms of transportation. In gematria, Mercury sums to 103. The date 10th March is written 10-3 and indicates the god of transportation. Mercury equals 103 in English order. Leicester City Football Club sums to 103. Leicester City Football Club equals 103 in full reduction. Kobe Bryant was a Virgo. The Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel is a Virgo, and his first name Thomas means twin, which is a Gemini reference. During the FA Cup, the final, the planet Mercury will be at home in the constellation of Gemini in the tropical zodiac. Player to watch: Christian Pulisic. Christian Mate Pulisic, born September 18, 1998, is an American professional soccer player who plays as a winger or an attacker midfielder for Premier League club Chelsea and the United States national team. Due to this high level of playing along with his nationality, he has been given the nickname Captain America by fans and other players. FA Cup final sums to 89. Pulisic sums to 89. Pulisic and FA Cup final both equal 89 in English order. American Christian Pulisic of Chelsea scored in last year's FA Cup final versus Arsenal, so his name gematria has already proven to be a charm in FA Cup finals. Also, the name Havertz sums to 89. Kai Havertz represents Chelsea. Havertz equals 89 in reverse ordinal. 8-9 sums to 44, a big number in this ritual. 8-9 equals 44 in reversal reduction. Chelsea lost the 44th FA Cup final.